Trump Golf Course Dunes to lose special status. The sand dunes at Donald Trump's Aberdeenshire Golf Resort are expected to lose their status as a nationally important protected environment. Government watchdog Scottish Natural Heritage has recommended that Meanwhale links be removed from an existing Site of Special Scientific Interest (SSSI). SNH concluded Mr. Trump's golf course had destroyed the sand dune system, causing permanent habitat loss. The Trump organization reacted by calling the move a stitch-up. SNH said it was unusual to remove an SSSI from the list, but there was no longer a reason to protect the dunes. Scottish Green Party co-convener Patrick Harvey, who campaigned against the development, said, "It has ruined, destroyed, gummed, the kind of natural environment that those paper protections were there to protect." Donald Trump officially played his first round at the Trump International Golf Links, north of Aberdeen, in July 2012, more than 4 years before he became U.S. President. It is partly built on Fothran Links, an SSSI originally listed as one of the finest examples of a dynamic mobile sand dune system in the UK. Before the course was built, the dune system moved north at substantial speeds, up to 11 meters per year, across an area of about 15 hectares. SNH warned a planning inquiry that the development would seriously damage the SSSI, but permission was granted on the basis that the potential economic benefit would outweigh environmental harm. 2 years ago SNH concluded that the site's special features had been partially destroyed with no prospect of recovery. It said there had been some permanent habitat loss, for example, where tracks, tees, fairways and greens had been constructed. There had been other habitat changes where mobile sand dunes were stabilized through the planting of moorland grass. SNH is now beginning the 3-month consultation on the formal process of delisting the SSSI. Sally Thomas, SNH's Director of People and Nature, said, "The denotification of SSSIs is unusual. However, in this case we have found there is no longer a reason to protect the dunes at Meanwhale, as they do not include enough of the special, natural features for which they were designated." Ms. Thomas said SNH worked with developers to ensure habitats and wildlife were protected when was undertaken. She said, "Most of the time, development can't take place without damaging important natural features, but this was not the case in this instance." The Meanwhale section of the Fothran SSSI comprised a range of special habitats, of which approximately 1/3 have been damaged. SNH said the Fothran Links SSSI was a very high-quality example of a sand dune system characteristic of northeast Scotland. It now proposes merging what remains of the SSSI at Fothran Links with the adjacent sands of Forbay and Athen Estuary SSSI. Mr. Harvey, from the Scottish Greens, said, "The damage we predicted has come to pass. It demonstrates once again that this development should never have been allowed to go ahead." Mr. Harvey said it could never be acceptable for a precious, irreplaceable ecosystem to be sold off for short-term economic gain. The Scottish Government spokeswoman said, "Scottish ministers approved the Meanwhale Golf Resort application in 2008 in line with the recommendation of the 3 independent reporters, which was that overall the economic and social benefits of the proposal justified the adverse environmental impacts caused." In response to the announcement, the Trump organization issued a strongly worded statement. It said, "This is an utter disgrace and shows SNH has hit an all-time low. To make an announcement to the media before informing us, the actual landowner, shows how politically motivated this decision is. What other SSSI landowner is singled out in this way? It's a stitch-up." Before Donald Trump invested in the site, SNH had little interest in the SSSI at Fothran Links and did even less about it, and has barely been on property since. Trump International funds a team of leading geomorphological consultants, ecologists and environmental experts, and has spent millions on the care, protection and maintenance of the small area of SSSI in Scotland that it owns, and yet SNH has offered no support, guidance or help. All this government agency wants to do is score political points and undermine that investment, custodianship and environmental management. No other SSSI site in the country has been afforded the amount of funding or expertise that Meanwhale has and continues to receive.